That's what
Like how
screws
much?
up.
About an eighth of an inch?
Yeah, that's what screws up.
Oh, yeah.
If you pull the front hub off of one of
Without
these
pushing that
motors,
forward.
you can lose this front thrust washer, and it'll ruin your motor.
So you want to have the pressure. You want to have the
I
pressure.
don't know if I
We
want to
get
put
video
that
on
front
that.
seat.
Well,
back.
actually,
Sorry, is there?
when you do these, you want the pressure on it. That's why I've got it sat. That's why I've got it sat on the back. Now, if you're going to do this in the car, you need the clutch pedal pushed in.
And that's enough pressure to push
and
it
if
forward.
You're doing, yeah, and if you're doing it with an automatic, then
Can
you're
you just-
taking your chances.
You can just poke it with the stick.
Yeah.
Leave it on.
People drive automatic.
So
Yeah,
Or
like
not.
this guy here.
That's the only trick. Out of the stick.
I tried walking your phone stick. It's about 8.
yeah, because
You gotta leave.
I'll show you when we get there. We're
Find a
gonna
real steep hill.
draw it out with the truss plate.
Yeah, okay. I'm sure there's a tray. I'm sure you can find some like person on the street. Hey, you want to hold this?
Just push it, put the stick on it. Lean it against the seat. That's how I used to use the club. Just warm up the car in the morning.
That's what I do. Yeah, you click it out a few clicks and put it against the pedal and put it against the seat. Oh man, that's total hack behind. The club. No, to warm up the car in the morning.
Oh yeah.
It's perfect with the gas pedal to the seat.
That's a good use for it.
I always pull the choke, but yeah, that's just me.
I've got a choke in the car. Unless you got a sterling card like me and there is no.
Yeah,
spot
choke.
for
I don't
it.
have a choke anymore, so I just.
Or you just have fuel injection.
What the hell is that?
John, you prime the oil pump?
know what that is, man.
Yeah, all these oil pumps aren't built alike.
Sounds like I'll be doing this on my.
You take this out and take a look at it. Some are shorter than others. The ones with the taller ones are the ones you want if you can find them. For instance, 86 and up, get a turbo oil pump. They've got more thickness to the gear, so you get more volume. Kind of the same thing with these earlier ones. You get a GSS. What is it? GSS LE?
CSL.
GSLS SE pump.
No gasket?
No gasket. And you can get a better oil pump that way. So, no, it's just metal to metal on these.
Can you use sealant if you'd like to? Would that be fine?
I don't think it'd be fine, no.
Actually, you want nice and sheen edge.
Something to note, Mazda has not got their act together on the front cover O-ring. These little
I had
guys,
asked Atkins about that too.
sometimes in the kit that they send you the wrong combination of
small.
parts.
Or the white Teflon one and the newer ones. Chuck that one over your shoulder.
You can use it. Yeah, you can use either one, but you got to make sure you get the right combination. You can use the white Teflon one. You can use none and use the thin one that they send, and just use silicone sealer over it. Or you can use the gasket, but you got to make sure that when the O-ring sits in there with the gasket on it, that you can see a little bit of the O-ring. If you put the short one on, it won't even touch.
Because it'll just go right flat.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and
So I gotta do that here real soon.
Yeah, see, I got the Teflon one on mine when I put it together, and it actually last week just failed. My oil pressure was
Oh.
about 35 right now.
I don't know if anyone's seen the turn time video, but I think what they actually did is machined it so this was flat here.
never
So we
heard,
didn't use a
never
gasket.
heard of that.
Never. Yeah, well,
But shoot, everybody does.
it's different.
Yeah, things different.
Their speakers are broken.
Cut it up, Brian.
You got a frog in here?
Brian's quacking.
Oh, let's see. I don't see a thrust plate here.
Oh, maybe not.
I wonder if I forgot the thrust plate.
What is it?
It's a metal shim. That's
You don't have
that's the
that.
size. I don't remember picking one up.
John, you didn't forget an Apex seal, did you?
No, I think I forgot
There's
it.
it.
Count your parts.
Actually, when they turn, when they go to turn the oil, you can see the crawl in there.
Here in the exhaust port.
Well, that was that far.
Yeah, he turned it over and I counted them. There was 6.
There was six
So, I
there.
already turned it.
Alan, watch your shoulder a little bit.
Okay. Oh, he turned it on?
Yeah.
Sneak back over the other side.
Back into my car. Check all the apex seals.
Well, I don't see one. I think I've forgotten it.
Whoops.
We're just gonna have.
And that's where you stop.
Yeah, that's where we stop. What happens is you get this one in there first. This one has a chamfer on it to match the radius on the eccentric shaft. That one goes on first. Next one goes on as your spacer, and these are all different sizes depending on the thickness. This is how you set your end plate. I always use an X because I know that X gives you the greatest amount of end play, and I don't do a lot of measuring, so I know if I got an X, I got end play. And no end play is bad, so I like to have some. That's the way I get around it. Next thing that goes on is this, and you're going to want to lubricate it up with oil. Next goes on is our invisible thrust plate.
Pretend it's there. It's this big around. Looks like a great big fat washer.
Yeah, we could, probably have one or two in the shed down there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Now, the bolts go in the thrust plate, right? You can't do anything with your motor at this point because what happens, the motor moves, the washer goes like this and drops down and pinches that. Then when you tighten it up, you ruin that stuff. And when you run the motor, this self-destructs,
That's what
Okay.
Elysian did.
right? So you see, this is only just a little bit. And the only way to do it is put pressure on that. When you tighten this up, you leave it, you get it all tight, you get your chain in here on your oil pump, put your front cover on, and you put your pulley on. You put your pulley on with a new copper washer, and you get it cranked down, and it'll draw it up and pull it tight. A lot of you guys might think that taper on the flywheel has something to do with end plate. It has nothing to do with end plate. It just floats back there. And I wish I had the washer to show you, but you're gonna have to take my word for it. If anybody does it, like you, are going to be doing it pretty quick. I even have parts for you if you need them, or Ray will.
Oh, I don't know. He'll be here tomorrow, actually.
I think.
Hopefully.
Have somebody help, or just do what I said. Make sure you push that forward, and then you won't have any
Well,
problem.
it comes down to it. We'll just
Call you.
call it.
Yeah. Now,
'Cause I probably won't
a
get
little
to it.
trick. Sometimes when your car is all together before you start, you can put a breaker bar in and brace it against the front cross member. Crank the starter to get that bolt loose, because that
Oh,
bolt
gotcha.
is Loctited on. It's real hard to get on and off out of the car unless you pull the radiator. So you can try to get it broke loose with the starter first. If that doesn't work, then
Can I
it's
stop
not
it?
work. But you can change them in the car. It's just make sure you get the right combination of O-rings and make sure you don't lose. Well, we missed this last night. We're gonna get it today. Washer with the groove side towards the eccentric shaft.